Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Oh, man. So I started recording and it's just on me.
Spotlight on my baby.
There we go. How's it going, my love?
It is going. It's good. It's a combination of things.
Is it?
Is it?
Is it good?
Is it good? It's a combination. It's the Wheel of Feels.
The Wheel of
Ladies and
Feels.
gentlemen, welcome to the Wheel of Feels.
And the intro music.
Hello, friends.
Welcome to the Couple Shift.
I'm Maria Leandra.
And I'm Jules.
And we are a husband and wife team on a mission to shift the way we live our lives and co-create what really matters.
We don't always agree, but together we're figuring it out.
Thank you for joining us. We're so glad you're here. We are so glad you're here.
The way you said. There you go. There you go. Here's your nugget
There's your nugget.
of goodness. Oh, I just noticed you did go to Starbucks.
There's your nug.
Mm.
Yup.
Mm.
Yes. Okay. So, first of all, shout out to upgraded studio setup. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, we got
If
some
you're
new-
watching this on the YouTubes, which we highly recommend you do, so you can see
Oh.
our faces when we do the podcast.
You can see how I react to my wife.
We're both very expressive, so it's worth it.
Very expressive. Okay.
We are. We are deliciously expressive. We got some new lighting that we just installed this morning.
Yeah, I'm
It
we're
looks
getting used
really
to
good.
it. I'm liking
Even with you not playing a whole lot with it, because I know you.
No, we
you
literally
wanna,
just plugged it in, got it up, and I was like, yeah, just make it sort of,
Yes.
functional. We gotta do some, move a couple things around, figure some things out. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a nice.
We had been working
Nice
with
touch.
a ring light, which is fantastic for any entrepreneurs out there. Anybody who has any kind of. I look blurry again like last time. I don't know. There's something going on with my coloring
There's
here.
something funky.
And my hair
Whatever.
looks like I look like Snow White, like
Well, no, she's talking.
super dark hair.
She's talking about the other camera. This camera.
Oh, sorry, yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
Remember, the right side is.
Yes, I know, Mr. Producer, Mr. Director, Producer Extraordinaire. So we had the ring light, which we highly recommend for anybody who's starting out. Get yourself, invest in a ring light. It will change your video game for sure. But it was time. It was time for us to take a little step above, and we went for it. We took the leap and ordered this new kit over the weekend, and I love it. I love it so far.
Yeah, no, it's
With just like the 10 minutes we
I just
experienced it.
like the fact that we have a remote control,
Oh, yes.
so we can change it on the
It
fly.
looks like a little fan remote control. You know, the ones that comes with a fan or with an
Yes.
AC that are just very simple. That's what
Yes.
it looks like.
Yeah.
So you, Mr.
Yeah, it's been busy,
have been
right?
telling me for the past few days that you want an episode.
There's a lot of bullshit that I want to let out. Definitely.
Buckle your seatbelts, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
it's been, everybody has had. Oh boy, my monitor just froze.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry. It's been. Geez, this whole entire ride of dealing with the diagnosis of I was about to say COVID for some reason, but ALS has been nuts. Plus dealing with COVID.
By the way,
together.
let's remind everybody that we got the first inkling of news about ALS the same week of the lockdown. I just want to put that in perspective
it
for
was
everybody.
it was in March,
Because
13th or whatever it was.
You went to that first doctor
hand
that
doctor.
gave you
Which
that
was
was a Thursday. That was the Thursday after I always say the NBA shutdown season, because I think that was one of the milestones where
the
everybody was like,
big U.S. milestone about
Oh, wow.
the shutdown is
that
NBA got shut
that
down.
was Wednesday, and then on Thursdays when you went to the doctor, and then by Monday Skylar was already out of school. You had your first visit with the neurologist that eventually referred you to the other ALS specialist. But I just want to paint that picture, because imagine. So
Yeah, I mean, it definitely made things interesting. So moving through that, finally getting the diagnosis, talking to the doctors, and just taking everything in, right? And then also getting frustrated with the doctors and frustrated with the disease and the fact that, nobody knows what the hell to do about this. They really don't. And it's frustrating. I mean, you keep hearing there's not enough money for it. There's not enough money for research because the fact of the matter is that not many people get it. So I guess there's no, there's a little incentive.
I believe 6,000 Americans are diagnosed. 6,000 people in America are diagnosed every year.
That's not.
I don't know about the world, but just for,
right.
ALS awareness stats.
Right. That's frustrating. And then going on and on a different path for us, which we're not just going to be limiting ourselves with just, okay, we just got to listen to those doctors because they know everything. Because clearly they don't know a lot about it. And I'm not mad that I'm not mad at them in particular because this is a difficult disease to understand. And especially if you're not spending as much money as you're spending on cancer or other diseases like HIV and AIDS and other big, well-known, publicized diseases, it's going to be harder, right? Less manpower, whatever. But it's one of those things of they give you the diagnosis. This is my experience. You get that diagnosis and it's like, here, this is what we do right now. There's these 2 treatments that you could do that may slow it down. I've talked about this before. Nothing new. But that's it. That's all they tell you. So we were just like, there's got to be something else that we can try to do. Even, I'm a firm believer in the research and in the data. From my scientific background, that's always, give me the info behind it, right? But at the same time, I'm also like, well, there's got to be something out there that maybe can assist, or we got to find some sort of answer. There has to be an answer why I got this. If it was because I was, I went somewhere or I've been exposed to stuff, whatever it is, there's got to be something out there, And we just recently found out that one of the main genes, I think it's a C9 gene, I tested negative for it, meaning that it's not saying that, because again, there's still genes there are other genes that code that show that there's a link to ALS. But the main one, that C9 one or whatever it's called, I don't have it. So we already had an inkling that it wasn't familial, meaning passed down, because nobody in my family that I know of had this. And then now we basically confirmed that no, I don't have that gene, or that error in that gene, or that different script for that gene, whatever the case. That would lead to ALS. So it leaves it to the rest of the 90% of people that have ALS.
And it also means it's a lot less likely that Skylar would have inherited.
Right. Yes.
Even if it wasn't familial for you.
Right.
By testing that, the doctor said, although of course there's no guarantees, but it makes it less likely that you would have passed it along to Skylar, which, was obviously great.
That's great.
Beautiful news for us.
Yeah.
Because that test could have also showed, hey, there is a chance, a higher
right. It's weird.
Possibility that.
If it did show a positive, then okay, so they specialize. There's gene therapy treatments that are trying to get, I guess, FDA approval, so they're in trials or whatever. But at the same time, then but your son may have it, and then you would have to do further testing for him, just to make sure, whatever. So at least, that there's not that concern. But that's all they give you. That's the point I'm trying to get to, is that they don't give you much to do. They're like, here, this is what you got. Sorry, buddy. And that was amplified, I guess, yesterday when I went to my first occupational therapy visit, which may sound weird to you because I've been going to physical therapy for the past 6 months. But apparently occupational therapists are in high demand, and there just wasn't available for that time. There was a wait list that I was on to get on there. And finally I got to have my first.
Do you want to share the difference between PT and OT just for?
So PT is the physical therapy is more focusing on the larger muscle groups, like your legs, especially, core, things like that. While the OT is going to be dealing with your hands, your arms, more dexterity, more fine motor movements. And for me, that's been my biggest problem because ALS hit me in the hands. I don't have any strength. It's difficult to grab things, all that stuff in the hands in particular, and shoulders and arms. And so, the physical therapy has been great because I've had great physical therapists that worked with me and they understand what I'm dealing with and also help me maintain, because the physical therapy is still important for my legs.
Yeah, it's critical.
So maintaining the strength in my legs and stuff like that, and also helping me in my hands, because one of my biggest things, I mean, if you have me on social media, you saw that I don't post much because, first of all, I just don't do it. But two, writing stuff on it is difficult. Half the time I'm like, here, honey, write something on there that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because writing sucks. It's hard on the phone, especially. It was me on the bike with the heat pads on my... you going to move the sponsor, Kirkland Italian sparkling water?
There we go.
Oh, man. I love it. It was... I blanked out there. Sorry. What was I saying?
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I distracted you.
Because you were Italian
sponsor.
There you go. My ADD there was like, oh, the sparkling water's moving away from me. What's going on?
I was hoping you wouldn't catch that. Well, you went to OT.
Oh, so that's right. The
and,
Instagram
but you were
picture,
saying
whatever.
how-
I heat, specifically like heat pads, really help relieve some of the it's not pain, but inability, the lack of movement in my
and you
hands.
get a tightness.
I get a tightness in my hands because the muscles in my forearms are stronger than, like, I'm stronger here versus here, so my hands are constantly like curled up.
Get up to the mic.
Sorry, I went away from the mic. My hands are constantly curled up. So it's the heat really helps alleviate that and also get me warmed up in the sense of like, oh, I can do stuff today, you know? Because there's days that I'm like, honey, I can't get out of bed. Like it's too much.
But you do.
I end up doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm
just saying I haven't heard you say I can't get out of bed.
No. It's just that it's hard.
Yeah.
My body's always sore when I wake up, or I get spasms or whatever. It's hard. And then to do stuff like to be active, oh, I want to work on this or organize this or clean this out or whatever.
Yeah.
It's harder. And after going to physical therapy and doing the heat and doing some exercises, I get out of there and be like, I got some energy. So what I was hoping, I mean, again, this is my first visit, but when I went to the occupational therapist and he was doing his first evaluation, it was just a repeat of stuff I've already heard the past 8 or 9 months, plus of the stuff that I already know. So he was telling me about ALS and all that stuff, and then it's like, oh, this is and I'm not going to go through that spiel again, because for those of you who are aware of the disease, you know what it's about. You know the stuff that they say. It's almost the same crap. And I was just like, I know. I was just frustrated. I was very frustrated. And it got to the point after that visit, I was like, honey, I just want to, this is BS. That's my gripe with the Western side or the more traditional medicine, you know. But I also have a gripe on the other side where I feel like it's more of a proactive approach, where like let's do something about our diet, let's do something about what we're in contact with. And what I got annoyed with was I had a call with a medical medium, and the spiel, again, it's a spiel, just like traditional medicine, but just a little bit different, obviously. But it's the same stuff that I've heard before from that side. It's almost like Republican versus Democrat here, unfortunately. But
everybody has their spiel.
Everybody has their side. And what annoys the shit out of me is like each side is so blinded by what they believe in or what they think that they disregard everything on the other side. And I feel like it's got to be a mix. I feel like if you got to work together. You got to, and also, my God, everybody, it's this cookie cutter response that I get. It's like, oh, heavy metals, oh, this, oh, that. I'm like, oh my God, I've already heard this 80 times. Are you just reading a script? And I don't know about it. And then the Western medicine, oh, this. You got to do a script. And it's frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. So I got really annoyed about that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and like it's just
Rant away, baby, rant away.
Yeah.
The rant is due, as Lewis Black would say.
I love Lewis Black. So yeah, so that's my gripe. I know I thought I kind of I'm in my own head right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like lost for words at times,
Mm-hmm.
especially now because I it's just a frustration. There's so much frustration.
Yeah.
In it, so
You know what? I'm going to throw you a curveball, but it's very much aligned.
Oh,
is
boy.
we have yet to discover our couple word of the year.
oh
And what came up for me now was discovery.
okay.
The year of discovery.
So what do we? Okay, that's right, because we gotta do the word of a year.
Last episode we
Last
talked about
episode-
our personal ones, but then we wanted to
Right,
choose a
but then
couple one.
Right, but we talked about. Well, what did we talk about?
No, we didn't. We said we're gonna kind of sit with it.
Yeah,
And right
but
now, as you're talking about that, I just came up with a possible one: discovery, the year of discovery.
I like that.
Yeah, there's something there
I like that.
because it's discovery. Of course, it's that idea of uncovering. It's this sort of adventure. It's both an adventurous spirit of discovering what's new and also discovering like more of what's within. And for you and I to share that word, it's like, okay, well, how do we together as a couple continue to discover, uncover, and be vocal about what we're discovering and very honest about what we're discovering.
Yeah,
I don't know. So
yeah,
it might.
Let's do it. I like it.
You like it?
I like it. So discovery,
Sweet.
the year of discovery.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Last year was transparency. This year is discovery. I like it. It
Yeah.
has like a.
No. It sounds good.
So my word is rise. Your word is.
I already
You
forgot.
got the best one.
I already forgot.
Come on.
I already forgot. I'm
Starts with-
seriously
Starts with a V.
victory. No.
Yeah.
it's-
Well. Okay. We're gonna change your word. I like it.
No. What was it again?
The year of victory.
What is it again?
Vulnerability.
That was my word?
Yes.
I already. I'm terrible.
Oh boy.
Literally just recorded this last week.
Do you want to
and-
listen to the last podcast again to refresh the beautiful speech you gave about vulnerability?
No, you're right. I just. Again, I'm really.
Do you want to do victory?
No. Vulnerability is good.
Vulnerability.
I can use victory for next year.
He's planning
can.
ahead.
Or we can.
2022. Yeah, or we can. So rise, vulnerability, discovery.
All right. Sounds good. Awesome.
I like it.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Where the
I
powers combined.
I thought I would be able to have a funnier rant on this, but I'm still so frustrated. Maybe when I'm a little bit calmer and can look back and perspective, whatever, all that jazz. It's just
Yeah.
just so annoyed. It's just annoying, and I know I know people out there that that are dealing with this are just as annoyed,
Yeah.
are just as frustrated, and they're just as sick and tired of hearing. What
And this is so all encompassing.
yeah.
Like that, what you're describing
Yes.
applies to so many things
It
that
applies.
we're living in right now in
Yes.
this moment.
It's like, God, can we just agree on something? Can we just stop?
But here's the thing.
And
I
it-
don't think here's
Not
what
even
I
agree. It's just like let down.
Here's-
Put the shield and put the sword down.
That one. Here's the thing that I find when you get to the point where you are pissed off and you get to that ranty moment, then you begin to trust yourself because you realize nobody else has the answers.
No.
It doesn't mean I'm not going to listen, take advice, take counsel, leverage other people's experience
Yeah.
and knowledge. But it's really all about me, myself, and I, my own intuitive knowing,
Yeah.
my own decisions. And that's where we all need to get to as a collective. Like, stop looking elsewhere for your answers and look within. And I think it's only when you get
Yeah.
to that ranty place from a healthy kind of rant, right? Not a rant that you're like, oh, well.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you got to get it all out. You got to get really, like I tell my clients, for example, when you're discovering the thing that you stand for, like what you stand for in your business, that you're like, okay, this is why I do what I do. I coach them into going like on a rant. I want you to get really ranty right now. Like, what are you pissed off about? What are you like so done with? What do you really feel like you could cause some change in? And then it's like, oh, okay. It gets you in a different space of like, okay, oh shit.
Like, I got you. All
And
right.
then you go, oh, I'm really pissed off at this. And then you go, okay, how can we transform that? Like, how do you use that healthy anger, express it, rant it out, and use it for good, which is where I think this is going. And the more we can channel and actually express, like, this is what I'm pissed off about. This is why I'm frustrated. Then you go, okay, well, if nobody has the answers, then why am I waiting around to hear from someone else to tell me what to do, how to feel, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I like in all this too, since I'm a gamer, is the Call of Duty parties, or not parties, the Call of Duty matches and the people
Like
in
the
them.
virtual matches?
Yeah, when I play online, the
Yeah.
multiplayer matches. Well, I don't know why I was blanking out the word. These people are pissed off. and I just think back to, my God, 10, 15 years ago, and listening. I was never, like, I would get frustrated. Sure, I die in the game or whatever, I'll loot, whatever. I get mad. I'd be like, God, whatever. But I would never outspokenly go out of my way to go attack somebody because they killed me or they kept killing me in a way. I might get frustrated with that person, but I'm not going to get on the mic and tell them, you suck, or in much, much more aggressive terms. But the reason why I bring this up is, like, I feel like that's what the nation in a whole is feeling like, is acting like. And I guess it kind of makes sense, because those people that were playing 10, 15 years ago doing that are now much older people, just like me. And I still hear them when I play now. Like last night we were playing, and there was a guy that was very, very upset at a buddy of mine. And my buddy he doesn't instigate, but if you start directly attacking him, he'll respond to you and just kind of let it, just try to get under your skin. Not aggressively, just be like, okay, sure, that's nice. And then that person gets frustrated.
Makes it even
because,
worse.
because he's staying calm.
Yeah.
And the other person's losing it on the mic. And this happens all the time in all these different matches, all these different lobbies. That was the word I was looking for. All these different lobbies. And I know that's just one specific game, and that's like, you crazy. No, but a lot.
It's a good metaphor for
it is a good metaphor, because it's not just happening
now.
in that. And and people get frustrated so easily when they lose one, or when they feel that they're cheated, or they're looking for an excuse to say, oh, I was cheated out of this. And so it's crazy. It's crazy. And it's just, it's showing up, and,
Yep.
I don't know why I brought that up, but I do know why I brought it up, because it's dealing with it. But I felt like
it's relatable.
It's relatable. It's relatable.
I love you so much.
Oh man. See, that's a quote that, if you're an avid Family Guy fan, you know what we're talking about. Because it's relatable. That just quote alone is, that's a great episode. That was funny.
Yep.
Anyways.
Maybe there's going to be a rant part 2.
I think there will be.
From the comedic perspective.
I think there will be.
Because I think you had to get some stuff out. It's like layers.
It is layers. I have to get it out, but I have to get it out my own way. And then once I figure it out how I'm going to say it, I feel like I'll be more comfortable.
Yeah, I acknowledge you, because you're living into your word of the year, boo.
Vulnerability. Victory. No.
A vulnerable victory.
So what are we going to discover this year? What discoveries?
You have no idea. What is your tell me one intention you have for the new moon today. On the spot. You are on the spot. First new moon of the year. It's an incredibly powerful moon. Don't put the camera on me, because I don't like that. I don't like the way the lighting looks. It looks nice on you. Keep it on you.
It looks nice on me, huh?
Yeah, you look handsome. I look like really washed out for some reason. Not here. Here I like
this
that.
One?
This one, yeah. Plus there's this going on.
Oh, well, that's always going on. It's just hidden behind the mic.
Put it on again. In Spanish, we call that la papa.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, babe. What are my intentions for the new moon?
Tell me one thing you want to release today. Like you're done with, like go deep in a cavernous place in your soul and pull out something you're ready to let go of. An old belief, an old story, an old pattern. What comes up intuitively? Just say it. Pull it out of you.
I have a sense of doubt with everything.
Okay.
But I question everything because I feel like there's in this real world.
How about you release any doubts that are limiting? Because a healthy sense of questioning is part of who you are. That's not a bad thing.
That's never going to change. But that's
the doubts that hold you back.
The doubts that hold me back, or
gone.
All right,
Released.
Released into the new moon.
I'm releasing any perceived limitations around me stepping into my.
Can I say something quickly?
Power.
I keep releasing a lot of gas from this sparkling water. I keep burping, man. I'm trying not to, but it's like
that kind of releasing. I was like, oh boy,
oh no, not that one. Not that one.
Okay, one thing you're setting an intention for. Intention.
What intention?
In this new moon, a seed you're planting. New moons are for planting seeds. So what's a seed you're planting that you would like to harvest? I planted a seed around for
give me yours. I already gave one.
I planted a seed because I launched Rise of the Creatrix this week.
Yes.
It's a very important endeavor and a very important play in how I'm, affecting the collective consciousness.
Ooh.
So, and the seed I'm planting is around abundance and prosperity.
Okay.
And the beautiful aligned work that gets to happen for that to come through. That's the seed I'm planting.
Okay. Now I gotta live up to that?
No, you don't have to live up to anything. You gotta live up to your heart.
I have
what you desire to plant.
I desire to plant to be more minimalistic.
Okay. A seed of
decluttering, cleansing.
Ooh.
The apartment.
That sounds more like a dig than a seed you're
Why
planting.
is it a dig? Why would
Okay, no, go ahead. Plant your seed. Plant your seed.
Yeah, no, it's not only there. It's here. It's decluttering in my mind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's not necessarily, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the real world, but it's also in this old noggin in here, decluttering of this.
I like that.
Of this. And I guess to reduce those tropes that always would lead me to certain results, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
Or thoughts or whatever, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yes, I like it.
Declutter, minimalize.
Beautiful. And I invite everybody out there to both release something you're ready to release and plant a seed for something new. It's a really, really powerful time to do that.
I don't think this is a good place to hold the water.
Take care of yourselves out there. Be good to each other. Love each other. Self-care. These are some really bumpy times we're in right now. They will get better. They absolutely will.
We need to heal, man.
Know that. Trust that. So much of this is happening to open the festering wounds that have a lot of pus in them. Gross, I know. But yes, that's what is happening. The pus has got to be released.
The goiter has to be
released so that we can heal the wound. And
yeah.
And we're in it. We're in it in so many ways. This is worldwide. Of course, in the U.S., we're really in it. But this is everywhere. So what you're feeling inside, if you're feeling a sense of unrest, a sense of anger, frustration, heaviness, sadness, be gentle with yourself. Be good with yourself. Be good with each other. Love each other. Extra compassion, extra patience. And if you need to take a nap, take a nap. If you need to take a nice, shower to decompress, do that. Whatever supports you, a nice cup of tea, anything that feels like, and
just
deep
that.
Breaths. And watch that Headspace show on Netflix.
Headspace,
we saw that the first episode yesterday, and I've always loved that app. And they have the show on Netflix, Headspace, which makes meditation very accessible for everybody. So it's a perfect time to check it out.
Yeah. I love you, baby.
I love you, my dear.
And again, we've been saying that we're gonna get back to more of a consistent schedule.
We're gonna discover.
We're gonna discover
what's happening.
What's happening in 2021 and how we're doing that. So
Woo-hoo.
we'll be more consistent, but we'll be on our terms.
Yeah.
So, like I said, love you, baby. And guys, please rate, review, and subscribe.
Yeah. Thank you for being here. I love you, my dear. Have
I
a
love you
beautiful day, everybody. Bye.
See ya.